All right, guys, so I'm here with Jeremy, and he brought his horse. What's his name?
Dish.
Dish, okay. Dish here has been having trouble picking up his left leg, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And we know that he's not suffering from any sort of injuries or anything like that, and you've seen him lope in the left lead, like out in the pasture and things like that, right?
That's correct, yep.
Okay. And then what was the other issue that you've got going on?
The other issue is taking the bit. So he is a little bit tough to get the bit in his mouth.
Okay. All right. And then this is what you normally ride him in
That
here?
is what I've been riding in, yes.
Okay.
The only thing I've changed is originally I started him in just a regular metal bit, and I switched to the copper just to see if that would help maybe.
Okay.
So, but that's it.
Now, how long have you had him?
I've had him since last October, so what is that, about 7 months now?
Okay. And how old is he?
He is supposed to be 7 years old. He is grade, so I don't have papers on him, but he is supposed to be 7 years old.
And then tell me what you know about him.
What I know about him is he was brought up on a cattle ranching horse, or a cattle ranch, basically, and that's kind of what he was brought up doing. I don't know exactly how they went about breaking him or training him, but from what I've seen of him, he definitely seems to have a pretty good foundation on everything.
Okay.
But that's about all I know about him. So he has made a lot of miles on a cattle ranch.
Okay, perfect. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to grab another bit to use in case we need to, just a regular old snaffle. We may change things up. What I'm going to have you do is you get on him first. Okay. I want you to bridle him in front of me, and then I want you to ride him like you normally would at home, and I'm just going to observe and see if I notice anything that needs to be addressed before we get started. So I'll hand that to you.
Sounds good.
And I'll meet you in there.
All right. Cool.
So Jeremy here is going to go ahead and, if you would, go ahead and bridle him. I'm going to watch and kind of see what he's doing, because that's one of the issues that he's having. He said it might take a while. I told him that was fine.
Sometimes it takes a while. We'll see how he does today.
He seems pretty calm, though. He's not really spooking at anything or acting snorty. And you said he was really chatty, but I haven't heard him nicker any.
I know.
He's handling it well.
I think being around other horses has calmed him down a little, or quieted him down a little bit. He's always pretty.
I kind of see what you're talking about there.
Yep.
He's kind of got his jaw clenched, doesn't he?
Yep, he does.
Okay.
And
now,
usually
have his teeth done? Do we have any issues there? Do you know of?
Not that I know of. He has had his teeth looked at, and they're supposed to be floated this summer or later this spring. But he has not had them floated yet, and I don't know when the last time he did.
Okay.
So
it looks like he's just clenching his jaw. Okay.
That's what it feels like. Yes.
Okay.
So usually I try to work my thumb back in here behind his teeth and try to massage his tongue a little bit and see if he'll open up. Okay. Usually, eventually he does. Okay,
so can I jump in?
Yeah.
Make a suggestion here. I'll just switch you places. If you'll stand where I was, I'll see if I can show you something. So as I'm watching you, one thing I'm noticing is the bit itself is pushing on his lower gums. Behind his teeth. So with the bit, you're missing the mark just a little bit. That could be part of the problem. Now, your curb chain's not too tight, so you can comfortably get your hand in here. I'm going to stick my thumb in the middle of his mouth and really wiggle it around, while also I'm actually kind of using my middle finger to lift this bit
into
to where it's between his teeth. So as soon as he opens, I'm in a better position to pull the bit into his mouth.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to stick my thumb in the corner of his mouth here and really get it wiggly. There you go, just like that.
Gotcha.
Okay, now what I like about your horse is he's got his head nice and low. You know, he's not trying to act like a giraffe where you're up here fighting with the bit. So that's really good that you've got that going. So I'm going to take the bit out of his mouth and have you try it that way, and let's see if that helps. Okay. Now he's kind of like, what are you doing? I just opened my mouth.
Yeah, I've got it now.
I've got it, yeah. So I'm going to stick my thumb back in here, see if I can get it to open.
Gotcha.
And honestly, when you're at home and you got a halter on them, kind of getting them used to you sticking your thumb in their mouth, kind of wiggling it to open their mouth. It's good for helping to bridle and also deworm your horse, or if you have to give them medication. They need to be comfortable with that. Honestly, there's a couple of horses that I should have done that on. I kind of skipped that step. So I learned from experience that is something you should be doing. But go ahead and try that and see if that helps. We'll just go from there. I was expecting something much worse. So, he's doing pretty good here.
Good.
And you're getting closer to the mark. That's why he's moving his head away from you, because he's trying to make it. There you go.
Boy.
He's like, oh crap, he's figuring it out. I gotta turn away, make it a little more difficult. He's about to get this.
Yep.
But other than that looked a lot better, and he's standing really quiet.
Yeah, that was definitely.
I like your horse's demeanor.
That was definitely a lot smoother. So.
And I'm just gonna check your gear here.
Sure. Yep.
It looks like you've got your bit set well. I like to get in front of the horse and pull the bit towards me a little bit to make sure I still have contact when I do that.
Okay.
So I grab this part here, pull down, and he's still got plenty of contact. So I think that's a perfect fit the way you've got that set up. Okay, so before we move on to working on getting him to pick up that left lead, if you would, just ride him around the arena and let him just kind of get used to some stuff that I've got out here, because I've got a tire, I've got my mounted shooting targets and some barrels down here. He doesn't seem like he's concerned, but if you want, just kind of let him see the sights, and then we'll get started.
Okay, that sounds good.
So Jeremy, I want to have you lope the horse both ways.
Okay.
You can start either way first, but I want to show the people watching what he's doing. And again, just a quick refresher, he has trouble picking up that left lead.
Correct.
I have decided to get my horse captain out in case I do any demonstration work, because one of the things he excels at is a lead departure. So that way I feel like he's going to be a very good example for you to look at as we're working with Dish, and we'll see how he does.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to get out of the way over here, and then we'll just watch and see what he's doing.
Okay.
All right, so he picks up that right lead nice and easy. Okay, good. Let's have him go to the left. He picked up that right lead nice and easy, didn't he?
Yep, perfectly every time.
Now this is the one he's having trouble on. And just like he said, he picked up the right lead. Try again. Okay, again, he's on the wrong lead. Okay, try again. Yep. I see what you mean. Okay.
Back.
So when you're cueing him to lope off, what are you doing?
So I try to give a little bit of pressure with my outside leg, and I'll typically give just a little bit of an outside rein. Sometimes if they're not paying attention, I'll try to tuck their nose back into the direction I want to go, but not too far, because I don't want to mess up his shoulder inside either. So
you don't want to, didn't catch that last part.
I don't want to pull his head way too far over, because then it kind of gets in the way of his shoulder sometimes.
Okay.
Being able to reach out, I felt like so.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have a feeling that I think we're going to get him on the left lead pretty easy.
Okay.
I mean, I hope so. But I'm going to have you do something kind of the opposite of what you're doing a little bit. You're correct with using your outside leg.
Sure.
So again, I'm going to use captain, as I mentioned before, to demonstrate this. And I'm going to demonstrate picking up the left lead. Let me get over here where the cameras and you can see me.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask him for the left lead departure. And I kind of want you to do it like this.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm doing, when I ask him to lope off, I need to get over just a little bit more. Been teaching lessons on him, so I've got to kind of doing a little bit of schooling on him at the same time. So basically what I'm going to do, when I ask him to lope off on the left lead, yes, I'm using my outside leg, so my right leg, and I'm moving it back to his hip just a little bit. Now, you're riding with a rear cinch, so am I. Oftentimes, my spur will kind of bump that rear cinch a little bit. Yeah. Because I'm moving my leg back. Because essentially what I'm doing is I'm asking him to go forward and then move his hip to the inside. Okay. Okay? Gotcha. But at the same time, I want him looking where he's going. Okay. So I kind of keep his nose to the inside as well. Now, so that's kind of what you want to be thinking about. Now, I don't expect him to have that kind of lightness in his hip just yet. Sure. That's something you can work on at home. It's kind of asking him to turn up. You know, you may only get 1 or 2 steps at a time at home. Asking him to pivot that hip, move that hip around, then walk off. Okay. and then collect them back up. Ask him to move that hip.
Okay.
Walk off. Okay. Now again, if he's not used to doing that, you may only get 1 or 2 steps in the beginning.
Yep.
But just build off that and then get 3 and then 4.
He may prove me to be a liar, but he has moved his hip pretty good in the past for me whenever I try to move it.
So that's the first clue that we give them is we kind of collect them up. So I kind of shorten my reins a little bit and I ask him to move that hip to the inside.
Okay.
That's the first indication to him of what lead I'm asking him to pick up.
Okay.
Now, pickup is very important. You want to think about the shoulders kind of picking up.
Okay.
So what I do, again, you were talking about the outside rein, you're riding one-handed though. So you're going to have to ride two-handed to do this, but because you're using a long shank bit, you don't want to ride real wide.
Sure.
So just kind of keep your hands about like this.
Okay.
And so push them forward first.
Okay.
Pick up that inside rein just enough. You're just asking him to lift this left shoulder.
Okay.
Because that left shoulder lifts to depart. Okay? Watch his shoulder and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to drive him forward, collect my reins, push his hip to the inside, smooch. Okay?
Yep.
I know, I realize I'm making it look easy on a broke horse, but somewhat broke.
Seasoned horse.
He needs, right, he's seasoned, but he needs a little bit of schooling. So try that.
Okay.
And does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that all makes sense.
Okay. So I would ride him two-handed to do that and pick up that inside rein just a little bit.
Okay.
Asking him to lift that left shoulder at the same time you're doing what you were already doing.
Okay, gotcha.
And we'll see what he does.
Two-handed is going to be interesting for me.
And we may swap bits here in a second, but let's try it like this first.
I do have a snaffle bit in my trailer.
I've got several.
Okay.
We'll just use what I brought out here. We don't have to send you back to the trailer. Yeah, I'd shorten your reins a little bit more. There you go. Good. Inside rein, outside leg. Smooch. Good. Now, keep doing that and keep making your circle smaller and smaller.
Okay.
Make it harder and harder for him to try and pick up the right one.
Gotcha.
Inside rein, outside leg. Inside rein, outside leg. Keep doing it. Break him to a trot and do it again. Over and over. That same thing. Your outside rein really isn't doing much. Good. Make your circle smaller and break him to a trot and ask him to lope off again. Almost got it. You almost had it. Let's get closer. Smaller circle. Almost got it. Shorten up your reins just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Now do that again.
Okay.
Make a small circle. Okay, trot. Okay, with that inside rein, you want to think about lifting up.
Okay.
It might feel goofy at first. Anything new feels strange. You've almost got it. You want to make that circle smaller and smaller. Shorten up your inside rein if you can, Jeremy. That'll make it a little easier for you too. And just keep doing that. Small circle. Small. You almost had it. Could you feel that?
Yeah, I can feel it.
He got
Almost
really close. Do it again. Do it again. You need to put a little more pressure on him because you're getting very, very close. All right, trot. Good, good, good. Okay, come here for a minute. So you're kind of letting go of that inside rein a little too soon because what you're doing is you're leaning forward, and when you do that, you're giving him slack and you've lost contact.
Gotcha.
He got really close over here a couple circles ago.
Okay.
So if you keep, the smaller that circle is, now let me back up. Earlier I said your outside rein isn't doing much. It's not doing much. You might still need to engage it to keep him on a small circle.
Sure.
The smaller your circle is, the more difficult it's going to be for him to pick up the wrong rein.
The right one. Okay.
You were very, very, very close.
Okay.
So this time, try not to lean forward quite as much and drive him more with your leg.
Okay.
And inside rein. Outside leg, inside rein.
Gotcha.
Ooh. Yeah, he needs to tune up. Okay. Good. Plus, I got you closer to the cameras now. All right. Okay. Hey, Jeremy, flip your rein like this.
Say what? Ooh.
You want the slack of your rein coming out the top of your hand, so flip it. There you
like
go.
That?
You'll have, that's going to be more comfortable, and you're going to have better leverage that way.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. All right, shorten them up. Oh, you almost had it. Good. Yeah, shorten your reins. Shorter, shorter, shorter. All right, smaller circle. Let's ask them to lope. You're very close. Oh, very close. Come on. Woo! All right, walk.
Whoa.
Yeah, stop. Take a break. There you go. Okay. Did you feel it when you had it?
Oh yeah, I definitely felt it when I had it.
So we're gonna walk for a minute, give him a break, let that soak in.
Oof.
Now crisscross your reins since you're riding two-handed, that way if you drop one, it's gonna still be on his neck for you.
Yep, not used to doing that.
No, I know. Everything new feels awkward in the beginning.
Gotcha.
So let him have a break and we're gonna try that again.
Okay.
Much better. He's just, his body was kind of out of alignment, and every horse favors one lead over the other. Okay, so he's just a right-handed horse, not a big deal. So, and he's just not been made to pick up that left lead, so he's going to stay on the lead that he feels most comfortable
in.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
But shortening up your reins, picking up that inside rein and asking for that shoulder to lift while keeping a small circle and really pushing with your right leg is going to help.
Gotcha.
It's going to force him to do that. Now, eventually what's going to happen is you can even make a bigger circle or even ask him to lope off on the left lead in a straight line, okay? But in the beginning, once you get him home, keep doing this at a small circle until he really gets more balanced. And in fact, I would spend probably 90% of my time loping on the left lead.
Gotcha.
Until he gets to where he's equal.
Right.
So as he's getting stronger and stronger and more comfortable on the left lead, you can spend less time on the left lead.
Okay.
And that way we'll get him more balance.
Gotcha.
That was good. All right, we'll try that again. I'm going to get out of the frame.
Okay.
He's a nice little horse.
Thank you.
He's not getting cranky or anything at all.
Nope. He has once before.
He has once before. What happened?
He bucked a little bit whenever I got too excited with him. So.
Yeah. With this kind of stuff, yes.
Yep.
But he hasn't shown any signs of grumpiness.
No. No, most of the time
he seems pretty happy.
Yep.
You're losing your left rein because you're leaning forward a little too much again.
Okay.
You're just losing contact, that's all.
Gotcha.
He'll get it. He'll get it. Trot. Try again. Shorten up those reins.
Okay.
You got to get more comfortable especially when you go to ask them for the lope, you want to definitely shorten them up like a good 6 inches from where they were.
Okay. than what I'm used to.
Yeah, there you go. That's better. Now try. Inside rein, outside leg. Inside rein. Keep trying. He'll get it. So it feels awkward, doesn't it? Because
yes,
it's kind of the opposite of what you're used to.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to keep that inside rein is going to be key. Come on. Got it. Come on. No. Oh. Nope. No. Come on. Go. Try again. Come on, you almost got it. Nope. Again, keep going. Small circle. Inside rein. Lift it up. Now kick. Small circle. There's your mom. Almost. Keep going. Gonna take some practice. That's normal.
Yep.
Good. Now. Oh, almost had it. That was close. You kind of felt it that time though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt that he was set up right for it.
Yes, he was set up correctly.
It's hard to get him to take off quick is one of the problems.
Yep, because he wants to go back to that right lead.
Yep.
Shorten those reins, Jeremy.
Yep.
Both of them. That way you have more control. All right. Set them up again. You can do it. You were so close. Inside rein, outside leg. Let's go. Small circle. Make it smaller. You make it as small as you have to. Up. Try not to pull back with that inside rein. It's a lift up.
Okay.
And keep your circle just really, really small and force him onto that left lead that way. Up. There. Now ask him. Small circle, small. Go again. Up. Kick. Come on, let's go. Send him. Small. Now send him. Small circle. Come on, you got it. Well, we almost had it. He was thinking about it.
Yep.
Keep going. He doesn't get to take a break. Small circle. Lift up. There you go. That's some. Woo! Relax. He had it. Stop.
Whoa.
Even though you had it for 2 strides, we're going to take it, okay?
Yeah.
You had it.
Okay.
Did you feel it?
I couldn't feel it that time as
You
much.
couldn't feel it?
No,
Okay.
not that time.
So you're going to have to really retrain your inside hand to stop pulling back and sideways and stuff. It's just a lift up. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So let him have a break for a second. We're going to do that again. You had it longer though. Anyway, what were you saying?
So when I first got him, immediately whenever I started riding him and started taking off on a lope, I could tell he wasn't picking up his left lead. So that was immediately one of the things I started working on.
Okay.
And I mean,
this was what, last October?
This was last October.
Okay.
Yep, at the end of October. Okay. So, and I rode horses a lot whenever I was a kid and growing up with my dad and everything, but I've been out of it for like the last 15 years. So it's me trying to remember everything that I knew before.
If you don't mind me asking, women hate this question. How old are you?
I'm 41.
You're 41. Yep. So you've had 15 years off up until you bought this horse and brought him home back in October.
Yep, that's correct.
All right.
So anyways, I could immediately tell he wasn't picking up his left lead, which was very annoying for me because I want him to do it the right way. It feels completely more comfortable when they're in the right lead and everything.
It's pretty rough when you're turning.
Yeah, I want him to do it right. So I honestly just started Googling different ideas to try. And one of them was to try and, kind of similar to some of the stuff that you're showing me, but also to try and get him to take off immediately, get him used to taking off immediately into a lope instead of just trotting into it. And that's one thing that he struggled with because as you noticed, he's kind of a lazy horse. He's more whoa than go. So he doesn't like to just take off into a faster gait. So
he can absolutely do that though.
Yeah,
not yet, but in time.
Yep, exactly. But anyways, I was trying to get him into that. Well, one day I came home, and this was back, like we said, end of October, beginning of November, and time had changed, so I work all day till 5. I get home, the sun's getting ready to go down. I don't have lights, so I'm kind of in...
You've got kids, don't you?
Yes, I do. I have 3 kids.
Oh,
so
there you go.
I'm usually kind of in a hurry. So I didn't spend the time warming him up like I should have. Started trying to get into it, and
so
he and I both were getting a little frustrated.
Okay, so you came home from work one day, you were trying to get a ride in before dark, so you felt rushed because days were short that time of year anyway. And you get out there and you're trying to basically get him to, like you said, do a lead departure. To me, lead departure is loping off from either a walk or a standstill without trotting into it and on the correct lead. Those 2 factors are what I consider to be a lead departure.
Correct.
So that's what you were trying to do.
Okay. That's correct.
Okay, so what happened from there?
We tried it a couple of times, and then on the 3rd time, he and I both were getting frustrated. So I spurred him pretty good. I goosed him pretty good with both spurs, and he decided he wanted to buck. And it had been so long since I had a horse buck with me, I could not get my reins gathered. I could not get his head up.
You just weren't expecting it,
And in this saddle, I was bouncing up and down so far, and it was hurting. So I had to find a spot to land. So I just landed off to the left, and I hyperextended my left ankle. Somehow, about the way that I fell, it hyperextended that way. And I ended up with a avulsion fracture in my navicular bone on the top of my ankle.
He's navicular.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of ironic because it happened on a horse.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So,
and then you had, so the accident was when?
That was like the first couple of weeks of November.
Okay, so that was in November, and did you have surgery on it?
No surgery. It just had to be immobilized for about 8 weeks. So I could not put any weight on it. It had to be in a boot. Fortunately, it wasn't a cast, but it was a boot. I could take it off at night and take it off to shower, stuff like that. But the rest of the time, it had to be completely immobilized. And then it was about 12 weeks or so before I finally started putting weight on it.
And that was the last time he was rode?
That was the last time he was rode up until about 3 weeks ago.
Until about 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why he's out of shape, too. He and I both.
We all?
He and I both.
So he's had a good break. I would like to get him, here's what I'd like to do, is I'd like for the goal this time to be to not only get him on the left lead, but see if we can keep him on the left lead longer than I think we've only gotten a few strides.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me too. I mean, that first time maybe just 2. So that last time, I honestly couldn't tell that last time that he was on his left lead, but it was about 2 or 3 strides.
So I'm going to shout. I'm going to be really loud. Because I can always lower the volume of my mic when I do the video editing, because I want to make sure you can hear me. In fact, I'll stand in the center and you can lope around me. You'll probably be able to hear me better. Now, I'm going to let you know when you get it. I want you to be prepared for this horse that he's probably only going to want to do 2 to 3 strides on the left lead before he breaks to the trot and tries to swap back to the right. So be prepared for that. When I say you got it, you're going to want to keep sending him forward a little bit. Let's try to get a few more strides out of him. I mean, even a couple circles would be great. We may not get that, but that's going to be the goal for this attempt here. So let me move to the side. Shorten that rein.
I could already feel it. It was getting too close to my face.
You don't want your hands to be up here. You want to be able to keep your hands low and wide and comfortable. Make it easy on yourself. There you go. Oh my God, he got it the first time! Oh my gosh, you had it the very first time. Did you feel it?
Yeah, I felt it.
That was awesome. You got it. You got it. You don't got it.
Nope.
Yes, ma'am. Have her start with Lucky. Lucky needs to set his steel shoes on all 4. Start with her and I'll come help.
Nope.
All right, don't say whoa, just break them to a trot. Be a little smoother on those transitions.
Okay.
Good, good. Oh, it's so close. Come on, Dish. I'm nerding out now about this stuff. I love it. Nope. Try again. Inside rein, outside leg. Try again. Now. Nope. Shorten that rein.
Okay.
My horse won't kick, so if you have to get close to him, you'll be all right.
Gotcha.
Nope. Try again. Shorten that inside rein, 6 inches. That way your hand doesn't have to come. I really don't want your hand having to come to your pocket even.
Sure.
Nope. Try again. Try again. Nope. Try again. You got it. Nope. Turn, turn, turn. Remember, it's kind of a lot of stuff to coordinate, but
sure.
Try to keep that circle small.
Sure.
I can move out of your way if I need to. Nope. You got to keep them on a turn while you're doing this. That's going to help.
Gotcha.
Go. Nope. Turn. Keep him turning. Keep him turning. Keep him. Now. 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 Nope. Drive him forward. Drive him forward. Nope. Trot. There you go. Drive him forward. Smooch. Nope. Turn, turn, turn. Keep that shoulder. Turn. Now. Nope. Nope. You see? You can feel, whenever you feel that shoulder going to the outside, you know he's going to pick up that right lead.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, try it again. Nope. Yeah, we got to get right around here is the best chance of him getting the correct lead departure, because when you come this way, he's trying to think about
He's trying to go to the barn. Yeah.
Right, he wants to go back to the trailer. So your best chance of getting it is going to be over here going away from that gate. Shorten that inside rein. More, 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 more. More, 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 more. There you go. Now you're ready. Up, send. Keep them on a circle, small circle, small circle. You're so close. Keep going. Keep going. Forward, 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 forward. Keep going, keep going. I'm going to get out of your way, Jeremy, so you can make a tighter circle.
Okay.
Without worrying about having to run into him.
Okay.
Just keep doing that. He'll get it. Wait until he's set up for it. Now. Shorten your inside rein. Smaller circle. Smaller circle. Send. Send him. Come on. Nope. Keep going. Keep going. Keep trying. Good, Jeremy. Good. Again, when you come away from that gate, that's the best chance of getting it. Not now. Not now. I'm going away from it now. Now's a good time. Come on. Keep doing it. Come on now. You got it. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. All right. All right, come back this way. Come back this way. Don't let him stop over there, because that's exactly where he wanted to go. You just walk, but just come this way. Get him away from that area.
Gotcha.
He's trying to make a beeline for the exit.
I know.
Okay, I don't know how many strides we got, but we probably got, what, 𝘁𝗂𝗏, about 4 or 5? That was progress.
Yeah, I definitely felt him pick it up that time and have it for like 4 or 5 strides.
So there's a couple of areas in this circle that you stand the best chance of getting it.
Yep.
One is coming away from that gate, because he's wanting to...
His motivation is to go back.
Well, his shoulders are out of alignment because when you're going right here is a good place.
Yep.
Because guess what? The gate's that way.
Right.
So that angle right there with that shoulder is perfect for him.
Yep.
So this is a good place to do it.
Yep.
Anywhere through here up until, Captain, there you go. Up until about here, he's going to start getting his shoulder out of alignment and going that way.
Okay.
So we'll probably trot up until you get somewhere in this part of your circle.
Right.
And then you can ask him to lope. In this area, you have a better chance of getting it too.
Okay. Gotcha.
So this side and that side, you stand your better chances of success.
Okay.
But keep them on a smaller circle the whole time, because you have a better chance of him getting the correct lead if you're making it harder for him to get the pick up the wrong lead.
Gotcha.
All right, I really want to try that again if you're up for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm up for it.
You'll have to excuse my shouting, but I got kind of excited.
No, you're okay.
I was like, yes, that was it.
You're okay. I can feel it. So the energy feels good.
And he letting him have these breaks in between once he finally gets it.
Yep.
Is what's going to help him understand what we are asking for.
Right. Everybody ready?
Yeah, but you're gonna. There you go.
Yep.
I was about to say you better shorten them reins, but you knew what I was gonna say. Oh my God! You had it. No, you had it. You messed that up, not the horse. He knew what you wanted.
Yep, he started taking off before I was ready.
He's smart. He knows. You expect him to get the wrong lead, so you miss the timing. Woo! Go, Jeremy! Come on, keep going. Wait.
Yeah. I felt like I was too close to it to start again.
Now. Nope. Go again. Nope. Go again. Nope. Shorten that rein. I think it's loosening up on you. I think you're
I'm letting it slide through my hand.
You're letting it slide through your hand.
I'm not meaning
Which is
to.
very common, by the way. Nope. Go! Yeah! Yeah! You had it. You had it. Okay, so here's what I want
hits that straightaway, and it's just hard to keep.
Let's let him rest for a second because I want that to soak in. All right. So what is happening? We'll review the tape. So he picked up the correct lead, and right about there, like he always does, he wants to go out that gate.
Yep.
You're not putting yourself in a strong position because you're still leaning forward so much, and you kind of want to sit back and engage that outside rein a little bit.
Okay.
You better be using that right leg like it's going out of style.
Right. Okay.
Because you're pushing his body and turning his body all with your leg.
Right.
Your reins is just to keep him framed up and keep him from bowing this way or bowing that way or looking this way, not paying attention. And your reins are just to kind of keep this in place. Your outside leg is going to do all the steering.
So how do you balance that though between steering and just putting pressure with that right leg and kicking and sending him at the same time?
Practice. I mean, seriously.
That's what I'm struggling with is the balance between those two things.
You just have to keep doing it. That's a muscle memory thing. Your timing develops with practice. Nobody is born with it. I've never known anybody to be that good. But right off the bat, it takes practice. There's a lot going on. So people that don't know anything about riding horses say, "Oh, it's easy." No, it's not. If you got a really broke horse,
there's a lot to it.
But there is a lot of coordination. There's a lot of stuff moving around. You have your own body to take into consideration in addition to theirs and what their body is doing. So it's just a timing and a feel that you'll develop with practice. That's not something that's going to happen today. But if you keep doing this, yes, you'll get it.
Okay.
But I would, he's just kind of, he's doing it just because he can.
Yeah, he's been doing it. He's been doing it for so long that I don't think I don't think anyone's ever attempted to correct that part.
Yeah. So that pony that's tied to the fence over there, that she belongs to one of my interns, and she does that. And same thing that you just said, just because she's gotten away with it. So it's kind of like the power of suggestion. He's suggesting to you, hey, I want to go out that gate. And he's kind of learned that he can do that, and it usually works. And with that pony, she had that sucker's head turned all the way sideways, and it was just body was going this way and the head was facing this way at a 90-degree angle, but she was still traveling the opposite direction. I mean, it's so ingrained in her. It's become such a habit. So she's got she's got a lot of training she's got to do on that horse, but it's good for her because the easy ones don't teach you as much.
Right. That's true.
I mean, seriously.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you feel up to trying it one more time?
Yeah.
Because I think if we do it one more time and kind of keep him going, I'm not so much worried about this right now. If you want to scoot down a little bit.
That's kind of what I was going to suggest. If we could scoot further down that way, maybe if he even goes straight, at least he'll be in the left lead for longer. So
that's exactly right. There's less chance of him running into something if he's out here in the middle too. But I think if we can get him to do this one more time, and then when you're ready, when I say okay, let him relax. then just drop your reins, take your leg pressure off, and let him slow down in his own time.
Gotcha.
But and then we're going to stop. You're going to dismount, loosen your cinch, and we're going to quit him right there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we're going this way, buddy.
Shorten your reins about 5 or 6 inches. There you go. Your outside rein too.
Okay.
That'll help keep his shoulder from bowing out to the right so much.
Gotcha.
Nope. 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 Get his nose to the inside. There you go. Keep him looking where he's going. Nope, 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 nope. Try again. No. Try again. No. Try again. Yes, 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 yes. Go, go, go. Jeremy.
I thought you said no, you said go.
All right, stop. All right, let's let him relax right there. Good boy. He's getting better.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit more comfortable with it.
Yep, we're gonna do that again.
Okay.
And you're right, go sounds an awful lot like no. I'll just say yes.
Okay, that'll be good.
All right, let's try that one more time.
Okay.
This is probably gonna be the wrap up after this.
Okay.
Yes, 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 yes. Go, 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 go. Now let him take the pressure away. Let him slow down to a walk. Let him slow to a stop. Good. I want you to point him that direction and stop. Like he's not facing the gate. I want him to face the opposite of the gate. Stop. And we're done. We're gonna quit. Well, the wind died down.
It did.
Conveniently.
Finally.
Okay, so do you have any questions about anything we covered today?
I don't think I do. I really feel like what you got us started on could really be a good fix for him to get that fixed. So
a couple of notes I want to make for you to remember to take home with you is big thing is keeping your range shorter. It's going to make it a whole lot easier for you. You won't have to have your hands way up here.
Right.
You'll have better leverage.
Right.
And keep in mind, you're just basically using those reins to kind of keep him framed up, but you're really doing your driving with your legs. So the more you practice this, the more your timing and feel are going to develop, and you'll get it quicker and quicker.
Okay.
So the homework would be to keep doing that at home, and don't override your horse and get him too wore out.
Sure.
Because, you know, like you said, he's not in shape. All this is communication bridge that we're trying to, communication gap that we're trying to bridge.
Gotcha.
So as your timing gets better, it's just going to get easier and easier. But when you feel that left lead, you need to send them forward and say, yes, that's what I wanted, and drop all the pressure away from them. You're not just holding them on the face, you know, just let them kind of lope out and relax, because all of that's really hard for him. He might get frustrated, and if you feel that he's getting frustrated, you may want to break him down to a trot and give a break and then try again. You want to get out before you get in trouble. I don't know your horse's temperament that well. He seems pretty calm, but this is a topic where I can see people get into trouble. Because you kind of have to spur them a little bit, and after a while they get kind of cranky about it, you know. But it's as long as he's going to keep picking up the wrong lead, you're going to have to keep
the pressure on.
So one thing you want to also keep in mind is, instead of stopping, as soon, like he'd pick up the right lead, you just stop him real hard. Try breaking him down to a trot, and then try again, not stopping. That'll help smooth it out, and because it's going to be a little jarry, kind of a little, your brakes are a little little tight.
Sure.
And we don't need that. We want to constantly think about forward motion.
Gotcha.
And another reason is because he is on the lazier side. We know that he wants to stop.
He wants to stop.
He'd rather do nothing, right?
Right.
I mean, who wouldn't just rather sit on the couch and eat potato chips all day?
Right.
So, so it's kind of even a reward at times with him, because what you're doing is you want to keep the pressure on basically the whole time until he gets the correct answer, rather than breaking to a trot or stopping for a longer period of time. You want to shorten those periods.
Gotcha.
From breaking him down from the right lope to a trot, and then asking him again to lope off. You want to keep those increments as short as possible until he gets it correct. And then as soon as he gets it correct, all pressure goes away and he gets to have a break.
Okay.
That's one of the beautiful things about lazy horses, is you can use that to your advantage.
Right. Yeah, it's a good reward. They like that part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'd rather have easy work, not hard work.
Yep.
And keep your circle real small. Okay. Because the smaller your circle is, the harder it's going to be for him to pick up the wrong one. Yeah. You kind of want to tee him up and set him up for success. Right. The best time to apply that pressure and smooch and ask for that lead departure is when you feel him framed up where he's set up for success. Because I know that you're figuring this out. I can see the wheels turning. You can feel that, can't you? Yeah. So, but all in all, I think as quick as he was picking it up, I think you're going to do fine once you get home and keep doing this. I think in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be a totally different horse for you.
No, I already feel much more positive about it, because that's, I mean, everything that you showed us right there off the beginning, and him just picking it up a couple of strides in like that. Yeah. That's the most he's ever picked it up with me so far.
Oh, so, good. Oh, good.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's definitely positive. So.
And then with the bridling, just make sure you got that bit in the center.
Right. Got it lined up right.
Yep. And when he goes to tilt his head away from you, that's actually a good sign, because that means you're getting close to getting his mouth open.
Gotcha.
Be patient with him. Don't get mad. He's honestly handling that really well. I was expecting you to show up with a horse that was acting like a giraffe and like running backwards.
Yeah, I mean, I tried not to get frustrated with that, because I didn't want to get him in the habit of doing that. So that's why I've tried to stay patient. So
that is so important, what you just said. So that's exactly right. Yep. Yep. Okay. And all in all, he's a really nice horse.
Thank you very much.
You got a good buy.
Well, I appreciate all the tips and everything you showed me.
I would maybe try riding without gloves now that it's warmer. You might have a better feel, and maybe the reins won't slip through a little bit, because they're getting looser as you ride. Try it without, because you'll have more feel. Okay. You'll have more contact and more feel. Okay. But all in all, I thought it looked great.
I'll try. You're asking me to break 40 years worth of, but yeah, I'll try.
And everything new is going to feel awkward in the beginning. So just keep that in mind. It'll get easier. Yep. That's what he does. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
I appreciate it.
So nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below or send me a direct message on any of my social media platforms. I've got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the stuff. And make sure to subscribe, and thanks again for watching.